I've really been enjoying xDefiant, and by the looks of things, so have many of you, though there are no official play figures yet. Audio is crucial in the game, and Ubisoft has made good use of it too. So here are my best earphone and IEM recommendations for the free-to-play FPS that has taken the world by storm and provided a little issue for Activision and the COD franchise. Hey guys, I'm Ryan Thomas, and first off, you do not need a fancy headphone amp whatsoever to drive any of the earphones on this list. I happen to use a Zendak V2 and a FIO K5 Pro, the latter being my more favoured amp, but a normal headphone port or adapter is also absolutely fine. These aren't big headphones or anything. The first set on this list is an obvious one to regular viewers, and that is the $80 Final Audio VR3000. This pair of IEMs has a fixed cable with an inline microphone, which some might love and some might hate. The fit is also a little bit awkward. I can't have these in my ears for more than a couple of hours, but the huge redeeming quality is just how wide the soundstage is, meaning that distant stuff is still audible, but you can tell just how far in the distance it is. It gives you that width, which is something that earphones usually can't do and is reserved for bigger headphones. That said, the included pouch is serviceable, but not particularly great. Next up is one of my favourites of all time, the ICO OH10. This pair costs significantly more at $200, but trust me, it is worth it. Not only is it great for music thanks to its deep sub bass, its sparkly treble and its easy fit, but its superb soundstage and imaging, which is to say spotting footsteps and gunshots in a 360-degree radius, is absolutely great for competitive FPS games like xDefiant. I'm also a big fan of the deep rumbly bass as a component of immersion, as it feels like you have a subwoofer in your ears. The cable is detachable with the standard 2-pin connector, so you can buy a third-party one with a microphone if you really want to. Just search 2-pin IEM cable with mic. Otherwise, the included case is passable, but yeah, these are the GOAT for me. I know I just covered the 7Hz02 on my YouTube channel, which is a $25 pair. It's super affordable, but this set is probably the first I'd recommend to gamers looking for a cheap and cheerful, yet shockingly accurate and clean pair. There's no super deep low-end thump like the ICOs, but the inoffensive sound profile means that explosions, bangs, and high frequencies aren't as cringy or as sibilant for your ears to handle. So if you have sensitive ears, these might be the best option to go for. It just happens that they're also a good fit and very lightweight. You can also order them with a mic cable should you want something with inline microphones to speak to friends or teammates, but that will cost a little more. No case included with this pair, so you'll probably want to purchase one of those separately. Simgot makes some of my favourite IEMs on the market, and the EM6L are a fantastic pair for gaming in particular. It uses a QDC connector standard, so keep that in mind if you do choose to replace the cable, but honestly I wouldn't bother because the braided one is really nice, although no microphone built in. The case is sizable and is a hard shell, so should keep everything secure. The cost of these is about $110, so what I'd call sort of a mid-range pair. They fit my ears really well, they're lightweight, and the sound profile is a U-shape. What that means is loads of bass, loads of treble, not heaps of mid-range. So this pair is going to be really impactful, lively, interesting, exciting, but you just don't get those mid-range details. Something like the 02 offers far better mid-range. The EM6L is great for gaming and music listening alike, and is a solid all-in-one package in my opinion. The Moondrop Aria SE is a set that I dailied for a long time, and they work great for xDefiant too. These things are very flat, and so you get detail right across the frequency response range, so gunshots, footsteps, abilities all have a similar-ish volume. The spatial audio is also pretty good, but not the top of this list, and the included case and cable is also pretty good. These can be found for around $60 and are my favourite flat pair of IEMs to date. They also fit me super well, and I can use these things for hours and hours without fatigue, not only because of their shape, but also because their sound isn't crazy and over the top. And a super technical and detailed set is the Kailua by Hawaii Bad Boy and Triple Win. The main issue with these is the fit, in my opinion, as the cable really needs to be replaced in order to get the best out of the set, as the ear hooks on the included cable are just a little bit weak. But the immense and intricate detail make them a great pick. Their soundstage and imaging aren't quite as good as the OH10 or the VR3000, but these pull details out that you might not even hear with any of those other sets. There's just that much HD-ness there. It's fast, it's tight, a solid set for music. Just know that the frequency response is fairly flat, so bass heads may want to look elsewhere, but under $100. I do just quickly want to throw in the IE300s as an additional option. The benefit of these is they're really small compared to the other IEMs on this list, so the fit might be really good for you. There's a lot of bass, there's a lot of punchy sound, there's a decent amount of treble. It's not offensive, it shouldn't like rattle your ears or anything, but the sound is really crisp, really nice. These are a little more expensive, at around the $300 mark, which is sort of hinted in the name of them, the IE300s by Sennheiser. The included case is really nice too. The only problem with these is that the cable can get a little loose sometimes, and the MMCX connector, which is a custom connector for the cable, can be really expensive to get replacement cables for, so you just gotta be really careful with them. Otherwise, they are one of my favorite pairs of IEMs, and again, super small, so the fit should be perfect for you. They also come with foam tips along with the silicone ones, and the others on this list don't tend to come with the foams. I do want to mention that I haven't included any sets on this list that I haven't listened to personally, so I invite those of you who have tried other sets to let us all know in the comments what you think about them and which sets you'd recommend for xDefiant. This is one of my favourite games in a while, and though I haven't been able to put hundreds of hours into it because of work, I am quite often getting on after work and me and my partner will just grind levels and camos. It reminds me of the modern CODs, but actually good.